Good morning. Amazon. Flash briefing.
Jamie, get in your flash briefing. From NPR News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. The Pentagon has released a short video it describes as proof a Russian jet hit a U.S. surveillance drone, forcing it to crash into the Black Sea.
Oh, is that
NPR's
what
Greg
happened?
Myrie
Now,
reports Russia
the Russian
claimed
jet
there was no
hit
contact
it
between the
and
two
forced it to
aircraft.
crash?
The video shows Russian
But
jets
at
making
first
two
the U.S.
passes
shot it down.
extremely close to the U.S.
Something
ground.
don't add up.
Both times, the Russian plane sprayed fuel in an apparent attempt to fog the camera on the drone. During the second Russian flyby, the video feed goes blank. The Pentagon says the recording resumed after 60 seconds, and it shows one of the blades on the propeller has been mangled. The military says the drone was unable to fly at this point and crashed into the Black Sea off Ukraine's southern coast. The Pentagon says the drone probably broke apart when it hit the water and sank in seas nearly a mile deep. Russia, meanwhile, says it's looking to recover the U.S. drone. Greg Myrie, NPR News, Washington.
Opening
Treasury
story
Secretary
was
Janet Yellen
U.S.
will
shot down a
testify
drone over
before
the Black
Senate
Sea.
Finance
Then it
Committee
became,
today. In prepared remarks, Yellen
Russian
is
planes
expected
first
to
dumped
say
fuel
the
line.
U.S.
Now it
banking
becomes
system remains
it was all the
sound.
Russians.
Concerns been heightened ever since the collapse of two U.S. banks this month.
Will they
In
ever
Europe,
tell
shares
the
in
truth?
troubled bank Credit Suisse are higher. Switzerland's central bank has agreed to lend it $54 billion. Philip Marks tells us the bank's shares plunged yesterday after a major stockholder said it wouldn't offer any more financial support.
The Swiss central bank's announcement that it would shore up Credit Suisse's balance sheet seemed to allay investor concerns slightly, with Europe's stock markets opening higher.
Show of
The
hands.
Swiss
Who
giant
cares
on
about the
Tuesday
drone?
acknowledged massive customer withdrawals and potential
I
problems
didn't
with its
think
own financial reporting. Shares for Credit Suisse opened up sharply after reaching a record low in the previous trading session.
Willem Marks reporting. The United States has
Look
had
at how many
troubling
drones
rates
have
of
killed
maternal
people.
mortality for years.
Research
Now,
that,
the
you'll find
Centers
out
for
it was
Disease
all United
Control
States
and
killing people with
Prevention
drones.
has
A
released
lot
report
of
with the
people.
latest
I don't know
numbers.
about all
As
United
NPR
States, but I'm
Selena
just saying
Sanders
there's a
Duffy
lot
tells
been
us
happening
there
in the
was a
United
shocking
States.
rise in maternal deaths during
Being the culprit.
2021.
The annual report from the National Center for Health Statistics looked at 2021, and it found that year 1,205 people died in the U.S. during pregnancy or soon after childbirth. That works out to an extremely high rate of maternal deaths, nearly
Caused by the COVID
33
jab?
deaths per 100,000 births, compared to a rate of 2 maternal
Yeah,
deaths
they're
per
gonna speak the
100,000
truth now,
in
aren't they?
Australia, Japan, and Germany.
Pricks.
Dr. Veronica Gillespie-Bell, an OBGYN in Louisiana,
It's a little late,
says
isn't
the
it?
findings are discouraging,
Pricks.
though she notes awareness
Discouraging.
has grown
Y'all
in
knew
recent
these
years.
findings. Y'all
I
just
do
now
think
sharing
there's
them
so
with the
much more
public.
attention being paid, and
That's why a lot of us
more
didn't
people
get the
looking
freaking
for the
jab.
solutions.
Morons.
She says it will take
We
time
knew the
for
truth,
those efforts
because
to
y'all had
finally
already
turn the trend around.
Done the studies
Selena
and proven the
Smith
truth,
Duffin,
and you didn't
NPR
share it
News.
with us.
You're listening to NPR News
Idiots.
from Washington. Poland's
Ugh.
president says his country will
Federal
transfer at
governments.
least
I
4
don't know,
fighter
man.
jets to Ukraine in the next few days. Polish President Andrzej Duda says others are being serviced.
Localized
also to be
government or no
delivered.
government. That's
Ukraine
what
has
we
been
need.
calling on the West to supply it with fighter jets to repel Russia's invasion. Authorities in Nicaragua say they're investigating an attack on an indigenous community
Everyone
that
take
left
care,
5
everybody.
people dead. It's the
There should
latest
be
in a
one law,
series of
just
similar
one.
attacks.
Do not
Rio
harm
Mountain reports these come as settlers
or
and mining and timber interests want to
manipulate
move into
anyone.
indigenous lands.
And you're
This
legal.
latest attack took place in the
Yeah.
indigenous
Problem solved.
community of
You're
Huilú
welcome, world.
in the Bosawas Nature Preserve in northern Nicaragua.
Let
Local
me change that
native
manipulation.
authorities report
Do not,
all of the houses
because
in the
manipulation can be a fun,
community have
joking
been
thing.
burned.
I understand. Okay,
The
so
armed
let's
attackers are
change it.
believed to have been
Do not
mostly
harm
former
or take
soldiers,
advantage of
also
anyone. That's
responsible
the
for
one
previous
rule.
acts of violence against
Universal law.
Mañana and
Call it
Mixteco
good.
communities in Nicaragua. The government
Problem
of Daniel
solved.
Ortega has
World
been
peace.
criticized for not taking strong enough action. The government denies that accusation, pointing to the arrest in January of 24 settlers involved in a previous attack on a Nicaraguan indigenous settlement. For NPR News, I'm Maria Martin.
The Biden administration is demanding that social media app TikTok be sold to an American company that's currently owned by a China-based firm. U.S. government officials and members of Congress have questioned whether Americans' data
Everything.
is safe with TikTok. Chinese laws say
Oh my
the
gosh,
Chinese
it's freaking
government can
TikTok.
have
What kind of
complete
data you
access
putting
to
on
businesses
TikTok
there.
that you'd want to be protected?
I'm Corva Coleman,
It's TikTok.
NPR News in Washington.
Jesus, people.
How does AI
Stop feeding us full of
work?
this baloney.
Where
Amazon.
is Crete?
Skip.
In weather. In Seattle, it's 36 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Today, you can look for partly sunny weather, with a high of 53 degrees and a low of 35 degrees. From NASA. Following a 5-month stay aboard the International Space Station, the 4 members of NASA's SpaceX Crew 5 mission are safely back on Earth and will answer questions in a news conference at 2 p.m. EDT Wednesday, March 15th. NASA, on behalf of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, has selected LaHarris Technologies Incorporated of Fort Wayne, Indiana, to develop the imager for NOAA's Geostationary Extended Observations, GeoXO, satellite program. That's all for your flash briefing.
Oh, well. I do feel briefly flashed. All right, Amazon. Give us a joke. Oh, that was hilarious. Amazon. Give us a joke.
Did you hear about the stuntman who broke his arm? He had to be recast.
Well, that means he broke it beforehand, too, didn't it? All right, everybody. Have a great day. Don't let them lie to you. See through the BS.